Oh, wow. So you've really had money for as long as you can remember? Ever since you were a baby. That's incredible. You know, most people can't even imagine what that's like. It must have felt completely normal for you, though, right? I mean, growing up, that was just your life, wasn't it? Like always having everything you needed, and more than that, right at your fingertips? Huh, that's such an interesting way to experience the world. I wonder if you ever thought about how different your life was compared to others. Or did it just feel like the way things are supposed to be? Interesting. So, your parents must have been super successful. What did they do exactly? Hmm, I bet their jobs were really high profile, huh? Did you always have this sense that your parents were on a different level from other families? Oh, right, yeah, I can imagine. So, what was that like growing up knowing that your family had access to things that other people didn't? I mean, your parents must have been able to provide you with every opportunity. So, let me guess, they must have had really high expectations of you. Huh, you don't say. They were really relaxed? Oh, because you were already financially secure? I see. Oh, and you learned a lot from them. Hmm. Well, that's interesting. I have a question though. Did you ever really understand how much money they made when you were a kid? So you were aware of it. And maybe this is a little rude, but like, how much was that? Like, what is their monthly income? Or at least what was their monthly income when you were a kid? Millions? Every month. Like, not 1 million, but multiple millions every month. And that's when you were a kid. So that expanded even more now. They're like even richer. Wow. I mean, that is really nice. Like, I'm happy for you that you live such a abundant and prosperous life. It's really hard to wrap my head around it though. Millions every single month. That's just a massive amount of money. That takes so many people years to build, and some never even get there. But I guess that is just how it is, huh? I'm happy for you, though, that you did get that. And I bet you are just like your parents, that you are earning a lot of money. Yeah, I thought so. Hmm. But like when you were a kid, was it normal for you to hear those types of numbers being thrown around in conversation? Yeah, okay, okay, I can see that. For you, when you were a kid, of course, that felt different. It wasn't that big of a number because that's all you knew. So it was just a part of your life. Huh. I bet you got a lot of insights into the world of wealth, didn't you? So you saw your parents making business deals and talking business all the time? And that's what you learned from them, right? Oh, that's why you have such good people skills. Yeah, I always thought that you were just so charismatic, naturally charismatic. But I guess you learned to be because you had everything available for you. You met with a lot of people and you've had interesting conversations all your life. Your parents put in the effort to educate you. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, really? Okay, so what is one of the things that you remember most from like when you were growing up that now that you're older, you're like, oh, that's a different experience from the people around me, or at least, I guess, people that don't have as much money or didn't grow up with it? Wow, what a quote. What a quote. Okay, so, huh, that's interesting to think about. So whenever you wanted something, it wasn't a question of if you would get it, but only when. That must have felt so empowering as a kid. And even now, because I think that that is a mindset that you have kept around, no? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so if there's something you want, you just get it, no matter what. It's only a matter of when and not if. That is really empowering, especially now that you're also doing the law of assumption and manifesting. Literally, nothing stands in your way anymore. That is so cool. So, I bet that you've always had very extravagant holidays and birthdays. Huh. Well, I was just thinking, like, did your parents throw big parties or give you the kind of gifts that other kids would only dream about? I'm guessing they didn't just get you a regular toy or something, right? Oh, really? You were getting high end luxury items and more presents than you could count every year and every holiday. Wow, Christmas would have been so fun in your home. Oh, yeah. I can see how that made you popular with your friends. Because you always got the high end luxury thing before anyone else. Huh. Cool. So, how were your friendships when you were growing up? Did other kids know that you had more money than them? Or was it something that just didn't come up much? Yeah, I can see how you maybe had to struggle a little bit with who you can really trust, who likes you for you and not for the money. But I'm glad that you have such good friends in your life now that you can trust and who love you just for who you are. So, what are some advantages that you've had in your life when it comes to money? Oh, that makes sense. You could do any hobby you wanted? Huh. Whenever you remotely got an interest in any topic, you could just pay for more knowledge. That's a really nice way to look at it. Yeah, that's super cool. Oh, and you had like countless of trips? Like you could do anything. You were always doing fun things with your family. Hmm. Yeah, that's cool. So, like, I have another question because a lot of people say negative things about people who grow up wealthy, right? But you are so nice. You are such a good person. I don't think bad about you at all. But then I'm also wondering, do people ever accuse you of being spoiled? I mean, that's true. That's true. Being spoiled is a good thing. As long as you're not arrogant, and you are not arrogant. And you could always take your friends to like holidays and like fun outings. That's so cool. I guess you don't ever have to think about like a new hobby being expensive. Interesting. Okay, so you're super successful too. I mean, that makes sense with all your education and how smart you are and all the money that you have like accessible to you. Really nice. You always had the best tutors and the best programs that you got enrolled in. Huh. You could do a course if you wanted something, right? Oh, yeah, I bet that that comes so easily to you. Oh, and you also have countless of connections. Interesting. No, of course, I understand. You can do things on your own and you are charismatic on your own. And you're smart and innovative and creative. And I fully believe that you can do things on your own and that you can set things in motion and be successful. But it is really nice that you always have a family to back you, That you have a support system. Okay, so about the travel. I'm really curious about the luxury side of that. Like, did your family travel a lot? Hmm, I bet you've seen some amazing places, right? Yeah. Oh, really? So you've been on first class flights, even private jets? Huh. And always staying in the best hotels. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I would if I had that kind of money. So, what is it like to live like that all the time? I bet that you've seen a lot of countries and met a lot of different types of people and seen different cultures. So, what is the most valuable thing that your parents have ever taught you? If you had to say one thing, that anything is achievable? Yeah, I can see how that's valuable. Because if you believe that everything and anything is achievable, then it is. I'm so glad that they taught you that. That must help you so much right now, like in your life. So, what about your homes? Like, did you have more than one? Of course you did. I'm sorry for asking, okay? I'm just so curious. Huh. So, like, you had multiple vacation homes in like different countries, different places in general. Huh. And would you only go there like on vacation? Oh, you literally had multiple houses too. So, would you say that it is hard to make friends? I mean, to keep friends if you are away a lot? Or do you just have. Oh, okay. So, you have a lot of friends in like different places and you keep in contact with them and then you just see them whenever you are there. That's interesting. That's also cool because that does open up a lot of interactions for you, right? A lot of opportunities because you know people in all the places that you ever go to. So, if your parents were around a lot of influential people, then you were as well, right? So, I bet that you've interacted with them a lot and that you know a lot of influential people. But then I wonder, like, do you know celebrities? Really? Oh, you're not gonna name drop? Okay. I'm really curious though, but I mean, if that is information that you want to keep to yourself, then sure. But you do know celebrities then. You're even friends with some of them. Hmm. Okay. Wait, that's plural. You know multiple celebrities? Huh. That must be such a different world. I bet that opens up a lot of doors for you. Oh. Okay, so you have always known people who could get you into the right schools and the right jobs and in contact with the right people for whatever it was that you wanted to achieve in life. Cool. So now that you're older, would you say that it has been easy to keep up that type of lifestyle? Oh, okay. Well, that's nice that you never had to like worry about work because you always had so many options. Yeah, and I bet that your parents really taught you how to handle money. So that's not a lot of worry there either. Nice. So, have you ever saved up for anything? Or could you always buy whatever it was that you wanted? Oh, so you did learn to save up. How did that work then? Like, oh, just so that you learned how to do it and so that you'd understand money. That's a very valuable lesson. Yeah, that it sounds like you've had such an interesting and unique life so far. You're definitely one of the coolest people I know. I'm really glad that you've had a childhood where everyone always cared about you and took care of you, and where you never had to worry about anything materialistic at all. That's really cool. I would wish my children to grow up like that. So it's really cool that you have access to a lot of things that people usually only dream of, you know? And that's your life. That's your reality. That's really cool. Yeah, it was super nice to have this conversation with you. Thanks for letting me have a look into your life and to learn a little bit about you. So, but you must really value your time. And I am sure that you have a lot of interesting things to do. So, I will let you go for now. See you next time. Bye bye.